Renegades of Long Beach Roller Derby, and you're watching MoonKILL Radio. Woo!
No. Welcome to What's on the Slab. This is where we're going to talk about what we're playing, just what's been on the radio, what's been on our playlist here at the station, what we're playing for our shows, and this is kind of going, not New Music Mondays. This is going beyond the 15-year kind of threshold that we're keeping for New Music Mondays. So my first one, of course, we're gonna be reviewing a lot of classics out there for you. My first one is a big classic from myself, which I believe, to me, it's more of an argument sometimes. And not a total argument, but this is a classic record that I don't believe gets enough play or enough recognition in the punk realm, which to me should be. And this is the first Pretenders album. Maybe a crossover record. A lot of rock radio stations played them, of course, from the early 80s on, and kept playing them. Again, there's not many punk stations out there, or even new wave stations, but they did get to play then. But if you listen to this record, it is very punky. And then, I'm sorry, but that is the queen herself, Chrissie Hynde. How can you deny her punk cred ever? No one can. All right? Again, it's the self-titled debut, full-length, Sire Records, 1979-80. All right? Chrissie Hynde, guitars, vocals, Pete Farndon, bass vocals, James Honeyman Scott, guitars, keyboards, vocals, and Martin Chambers, drummer, right there. Dude, this is just a fucking phenomenal record. And we don't have a lot of reprints and stuff. So these are original records, and they're beat to shit because they do have miles on them. Again, you get a little sleeve, and we actually have the original sleeve for it. There's pictures of the band. There's all your credits. It tells you right there, play it loud, which you should. Good artwork on the flip side, right? Who doesn't love a little artwork? Sire Records for anyone that's into this kind of stuff like I am. And then as we all were kids at one point, for us retards, man, who didn't put this on the record player and watch that go around and round and round and round and round and spin round and round and round while the music was playing in your ear? And you know what I mean? If you weren't staring at the record cover or the liner notes or whatever, you were watching this thing going around. Or what's that pink, the RSO, the Pink Pig. All right, for anyone, especially disco records, you watch that Pink Pig go around and around, okay. So anyways, first Pretenders record. Oh my God. Track list. Precious. Doesn't get more punk than that. Especially when you got a song as punky as it was, jamming it, they break it down, and you get a good, solid fuck off in the lyrics. What more do you want? Chrissie Hynde telling you to fuck off. Dude, that should just be like a given, man. Like that you wake up wishing for that, right? The Phone Call, another good track, a little slower, but it's still got a good rock to it, but a punk vibe to it, just weird. Her vocals are weird. They got a weird fucking effect on them, kind of like they're on a phone call, right? Up the Neck, a little more, again, to me, this is a lost punk record in the punk genre, right? And then Tattooed Love Boys, come on, man, that's a scorcher of a song, the where they break it down, dude, that is just awesome shit right there. Space Invader, what more do you want? So with other notes to this record, what more do you want than Space Invader? For those that don't know, which is the song at the end credits of Cheech and Chong's next movie. So after Chong comes down, he wakes Cheech up, he gives him the space coke, and Cheech goes nuts and just wrecks the house and the house next to him, and they fly in the air into space. that's the song that starts playing, right? That's Space Invader. It's an instrumental, great instrumental. Then The Wait, with the signature Chrissy Hynde kind of weird vocals on it, just like you know, if you listen to it the first time, like, what the hell is she saying? You know, as a kid, I didn't know what the hell she's saying. I don't even think I still don't know what she's saying, and I sing along, and I don't know the words, right? That's the A side right there, right? Just that alone, man, should just be like, wow, that's just a fucking amazing album. B side starts off with Stop Your Sobbing, which is a great track, but it is a Kinks track, so it's a cover song. And another argument to a lot of newer bands. I mean, not an argument, it's your preference, man. But, you know, back then, and I'm sure it's a lot different too, but back then, bands didn't care about doing covers. Covers are great, you know? They're awesome. And then live settings is a good way to break the ice, right? Kid, the more melodic, poppier kind of song, which they had a video for. I think they might have a video for Tattooed Love Boys. I could be wrong, but I know Kid they did for sure. That, I think, was like their first single or the first song they put out. Private Life, more of a, what, you're kind of like Police kind of reggae-ish, you know, reggae song. Good track, you know. Brass in Pocket, their hit off the record, you know, they're probably the big hit off the record. Video for that as well. But it's still a good track, man. You know, just one of those, you know, you've heard a billion, gajillion times. Lovers of Today, which is more of a slower one, more emotional thing to it. And then Mystery Achievement. Just that opening drum, tack, tack, more of a Motown-ish kind of just drum track, tat, tat, you know, and then the bass, and then they come in and they do their thing, and it's just a fucking jamming song. But again, the first Pretenders record, to me, lost in the punk community, doesn't get enough recognition. And I mean, on other notes as well, it's like, you know, you're talking about Chrissy Hynde, all right, badass woman, badass guitar player, singer, front woman. For one, for two, she was there in the 70s with all the punk heads in England, you know. And story has it she almost married Sid Vicious to stay in the country, right? How much more punk do you want than that? Then any other note, as far as if memory serves me right, and as I'm getting older, my mind is mush. What's his name again? Martin Chambers. I believe it was him, because they are from Ohio, not Cleveland, maybe Akron, or I don't know. They're from Ohio, like Devo. But apparently, Martin Chambers, if memory serves me, was the guy who was outside of one of their shows, was outside the venue, listening to a band playing outside on the street. He loved them. He got him hooked up to record, which became, or they were, the Violent Femmes. So that, as far as I remember, that came, he kind of gave them a little break, hooked them up, right? So there you go. That is what's on the Slab. For those that don't know, check this album out. It's a classic record. Punk vibes all over it. Yes, it's rock, could be a crossover record, but still punky. And it's Chrissy Hynde. What more do you want? All right. Again, this is what's on the Slab. You got any comments, anything, leave for us. Check out our info. Check out our Patreon page. All right. So, again, we're back with another one, man. This is fun. All right. What's on the Slab? MoonKILL Radio.